Today we're here to talk about the importance of empathy in your relationship. Now, whether you're dating, courting, engaged, or even married, empathy can play a major role in your longevity.
Could you explain what empathy is?
Well, empathy is like the ability to feel what your partner is feeling.
And how is that? And what is that?
Seeing things from their perspective, trying to get their frame of mind on a particular situation.
And do we do that often?
Well, it really is hard to, because it's almost not natural. We typically tend to see our lives through the lens of our own eyes. And if we can just step away from that for a moment and say, well, from this angle, from their perspective, what might they be thinking? What might they be feeling about this? We can start to gain a different understanding and gain a different perspective of the situation. It's not always about what I think, about what I perceive. Sometimes it's also about what your partner perceives.
Isn't that part of marriage?
Well, it should be. But the thing is, we're doing this discussion because it's not always. We may intend for it to be, but we can lose sight of that. And that's why we're talking about all this today. So, sweetheart, when you think about someone having empathy, what does that mean to you? I mean, as with what I just described, how does someone with more empathy, someone with more of the ability to see from their partner's perspective, how do they differ from someone who doesn't really do that very well?
Okay, because my understanding, if somebody is able to do that, that means that in their relationship, they're able to really communicate with each other and empathize with what each other are doing or saying or even thinking, especially if they're aligned with each other. Because that's really what you want to have in your relationship. Am I wrong or am I right?
Well, you're right. Alignment is key, and having empathy is a key step towards alignment. What would be some of the benefits of being aligned like this, having empathy for your partner, having the ability to at least try to understand what your spouse is feeling or seeing in a particular time?
Because you're able to walk together. That's what alignment means.
What are the benefits of having an empathy and an empathetic heart for and with your spouse?
1, grace. Husbands, try to understand what she's going through. That will help you put her words and actions in the right perspective.
That is so key. For example, if I see you come home from work and you are flustered and your body language is downtrodden and I could tell that you had a bad day, empathy would be shown by saying, hey honey, why don't you go put your feet up? I'll take care of dinner tonight.
Or
being not empathetic would be, well honey, I know you just got in, but wow, I'm really hungry. What are you fixing for dinner?
Or empathy could be without even communication. Sometimes with non-communication. Doesn't mean you always got to talk. If you feel like that your wife might have had, or your husband might have had a bad day, how about having something already ready with that non-communication? Like bubble bath already ran for that person. Or dinner already cooked. That's a non-communication.
It is a non-communication. In this particular scenario, though, I'm not picking up on your body language until I see your body. So when you walked through the front door, before you did that, for all I knew, you were kind of bouncing off the wall and excited about trying out a new dish tonight. But then I see your body language. I might have had a different perspective. In fact, you may have already said, I'm going to prepare something for dinner tonight. But when you walk through that front door, I should be able to sense that your countenance is off.
Yes.
That your feelings, your body language is saying, I really don't want to do anything right now. And that's when I can adjust, I can step up and do something for you that takes some of the pressure off of you. Because I can sense that's what you need.
Okay.
Being able to sense your feelings. Another benefit to being empathetic with your spouse, I want to talk to the ladies. How about realizing that being empathetic towards your partner will help you assume a loving intent?
Like?
Here's what I'm talking about there. There's going to be times, ladies, there's going to be times when your husband just doesn't get it quite right. Am I right?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So, for example, if I say to you, you know what, honey, just take the day off. I know it's Saturday. You want to do something, just unwind, refresh. You know what? I'm not going to ask you for anything today. And you're like, that feels pretty good. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to go get my nails done.
Hair done.
And go get my
shopping.
Get a massage, shopping.
All of it.
All of that. You just spend the day doing me time for you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I decided to do it one better. I start cleaning the house.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, Lord.
I cleaned the house. I got the floors done. I got the counters done. I got all the dusting done. I even did the laundry.
Keep going.
And then you come home and find out when I washed your whites, I left a red sock.
Oh no.
In the washer.
Oh no.
And of course, I ran it on hot because that's what you do with whites, right? So, all your favorite white clothes are not so white anymore.
So you saying that a person should show somebody else grace for that?
Well, if you go through a process of empathy, trying to take it from your husband's perspective. At first, seeing all your white clothes now pink, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to kill him. Oh my, I can't believe he did that.
Or a stain on the granite counter.
And you're going to want to go off with you're going to want to go through single one of your best friends. Can you believe what he did? Can you believe what he did? Calling up your mom. Can you believe what he did? The kids come home. Can you believe what your father did? However, his heart was loving. If you could, empathy in that case would be looking at it from the perspective of he had a loving intent. Dude messed up.
So does he plan on, with all the white clothes, getting all brand new outfits?
That is beside the point.
Okay.
He might. In fact, if you show him some grace, he might do that on his own without you having to ask. Because I guarantee you, the man who's going to do all that, he's definitely going to feel bad about what he did. He knows your white clothes ain't white anymore, and he sees why. He sees that he done did it wrong.
Okay.
He's beating himself up about it. I guarantee you, I promise you he is. If he has put that much love into the day, you can have the empathy to see his loving intent. And even though the outcome was just wrong, you can look at him in a different light if you have the empathy to realize my husband was trying his best to love on me. And in the process, he made a mistake. You can address how to fix that mistake later. But in the moment, empathy will help you extend grace to him in that situation. Help you say thank you to him. The rest of the day was wonderful. We got to figure out what we're going to do with my white clothes.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
But I really, really appreciate this day. Thank you.
So, empathy can help you work better together, too, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, imagine a road trip where you have to drive from Miami, Florida, to Seattle, Washington in about 2.5 days. That's like 3,300 miles. Now, if you just booked it straight, that could take you 48 hours just on the road, and you have to do it in 2.5 days. So imagine.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of grace on the road. Oh, a lot of grace.
So
a lot of empathy. Go ahead.
So as you're driving, there's two of you. You both drive, and you notice that your husband is having trouble staying in the lines.
That means he's about to fall asleep.
And so you say to him, you know what? Let's switch. I'll drive, you take a nap. And then he wakes up, refreshed, and you're starting to veer a little bit. You say, hey, let's pull over at the next rest stop. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. We'll switch. We'll keep on going. You all are going to get to that destination, and you're going to get there on time. Yeah, you spent 2.5 hours on the road, no stopping for hotels. You probably ate in the car. You stopped to get gas, and that was it. But the thing is, the person riding shotgun, whether it was husband or wife, they were able to understand that the driver needed a break. So now go through life like this. Okay, it might not be a physical road trip.
Okay.
But we're all on a journey. Every single day we are on a journey. And there are going to be times when we just get exhausted. What if What if your spouse had the ability to sense when you're getting exhausted and decides, well, I'm going to step in and help you out with this part while you can rest up. And when you're rested, you can continue driving down the path that you were called to. And if you're able to do that for me as well, as this amazing couple is expressing empathy for each other to see things from each other's perspective, I'm not sitting here telling you, well, you wanted to go to Washington, you drive. No, we're in this together. How can I help you reach your goals, even if it means giving some support and relief and relaxation for you and to you, so we can keep moving this forward. These two people together can accomplish so much more as a team, understanding each other's needs, than you could if you were just individually thinking about yourselves.
Interesting. So, here's the bottom line. Seeing things from your spouse's point of view will make a huge difference in how you treat each other. Am I correct?
Oh, absolutely.
And that difference will help you communicate better and help your love last.
You know, that's absolutely right. You know, this can be one of those marriage tips that can be super tough to actually do. But what if you just make the effort? This is a skill that gets stronger the more you practice it. Before you judge, before you go off about something that your spouse did, take a moment, take a breath.
Like the red sock?
The red sock. Take a moment. You are so angry that my white clothes are now pink. And then when you put it all in perspective, wow.
So don't be like the Hulk?
My husband, my husband tried to love on me today. My husband did love on me today. Something went wrong, but that wasn't wrong with his heart. It was just because, you know, he's a Neanderthal dude who can't wash clothes right.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm playing. We do know how to wash clothes most of the time.
What?
But here's, you know, that's just how it is. He was loving on you. And if you can see that, take that, breathe it in. You can see from your spouse's point of view, wow, I love her.
Wow, I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that revelation, with that realization, things aren't so horribly wrong. It can keep you from just going off.
So this is not a matter of pride?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, just because you empathize with somebody, just because you see something and understand your spouse's point of view, that does not mean that you agree with it.
Okay.
Check it out. In Proverbs 3:13, it says, "Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding."
Yes.
You see, that Proverbs, that's the book of wisdom.
I love Proverbs.
So, understanding your spouse is a divine path towards a happy marriage. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you.